Welcome to Hebrew Words in Scripture. This is Lesson 57. Let's look at the word son, S-O-N, as it appears in the Old Testament Scriptures.
Looking at Strong's Concordance, I find the word son or sons or sons possessive listed maybe 11 to 1200 times as H1121. There are 8 other listings under the word son, but they use different Hebrew words and usually indicating a relationship like an offspring or son-in-law. So let's find some examples of where the word son is used in the Old Testament. Many places to choose from, but if we go to Job chapter 1 and verse 6, we see that Scripture says, "Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them." As these were created beings, they stand in the position of sons, and let's see what this word is in Hebrew. And we see that word appears as H1121, as we looked at the beginning. And we see that H1121 is Bayit Nun. We would say Ben or Bane. And we see this word has a definition of a son or a grandson, a child, a member of a group. Basically, a son or male child, a grandson. See all these definitions here. See, it comes from the word H1129, which means a son, as a builder of the family name in the widest sense of lineal and figurative relationship. So we see basically this word means son. And we see H1129 is Bet Nun He Benah. It has the definition to build, to rebuild, to establish, to cause to continue. So we see at the heart of this word, the primitive root is to build. So a son is really a building up of the house, and that the idea of the letter Beit is house, and so we see that the father Ab is the head of the house, the strength of the house. The son is the building up of the house. And finding another place where we see the word son appear is in Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1. "And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee." Here Ezekiel is referred to as the Son of Man, because he is of human descent. Before we saw where they spoke of the sons of God, because they were of godly descent. This was the title preferred by Jesus Christ to be called. He preferred to be called the Son of Man because that represented his purpose in coming to earth was to be the sacrifice for the sin of man, and that could only happen if he was a man. We see here in Ezekiel that indeed the Hebrew word used there is H1121. And finding one more place where the word son is used, we'll go to Genesis 35:16. "And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath, and Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin." Here we see the use of the word son, but we also see the word Ben used in the word Benoni and the word Benjamin. This is a hint to you that when you see a word or hear a word that you've seen or heard before, you might consider it to be a part of some other words that you are studying or looking at. So the word son that we've been studying appears as the word Ben in Hebrew, and here we see some names of individuals, Benoni and Benjamin. So if the Hebrew word for son is Ben, perhaps hidden in these names is the word son. And so we find the word son is H1121, but we see the word Benoni is H1126, and Benjamin is H1144. Since they are alphabetically close together, it's a good likelihood that they are related. Indeed, we see that the word Benoni means son of my sorrow, which would be only typical as Rachel was dying as she was giving birth to this child. And we see that Benjamin, Bet, Nun, Yod, Mem, Yod, Nun, Benjamin, as we would say Benjamin, means son of the right hand. Benjamin was the last son of Jacob, and we're going to look at the names of all 12 of the sons of Jacob, or Israel. And of course, these 12 sons became the 12 tribes of Israel.